I would end up doing at least one or two more than that. MMA, right? More time. She has to get the photos with Sodium and drink. Okay, you go back down this one. Okay. As you're wrapping his hands, can you explain what the heck you're doing?
Yeah. I can do that.
Can you take us through this?
Sure. Good, that makes it so much easier. Okay. Arturo. You ready?
Yep.
How you doing? This is Papa Bear here with Arturo Roman. We're going to wrap his hand up, get him ready for battle here at No Surrender MMA. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
How's your hand? Oh, I'm awake. Fake it till you make it, right? No pain? All right. So we're going to start off here. We're going to make a fist. Get it locked in. Open. Open nice and wide. There you go. We're going to run the gauze up the wrist. A little high. You'll see why later. Open wide. Yep. And what's called netting the hand.
About how much gauze do you use?
You are allowed to use up to 15 yards per hand. I substitute knuckle pad for some of my yardage, so I make sure to keep it within the legal limits. A lot of folks, they'll take the gauze and they'll run it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is not a bad way of doing it. But when you wrap 20, 25 fighters a night, you kind of don't have time to do that. So I use the knuckle pad. Now, as you see here, we were wrapping toward the thumb, and now we're wrapping away from the thumb. The reason you wrap away from the thumb is to pull the bones slightly to the outside to keep them steady in case they throw a hook and the bones will line up straight. And
Helps prevent injury?
oh, definitely helps prevent injury. I've only had in 15 years 5 breaks, and 2 of those breaks were on one guy, and he cut the wrap himself before he fought. So I take no credit for that. All right.
Yeah.
So now we know we've got him wrapped up as high as we want. Make a fist. Open. Fist. Open. Fist. The reason we do that is to make the gauze settle down to the hand, the arm itself, and feel more comfortable for the fighter. Open. We wrap the thumb here, attaching it to the wrist, keeping it from being able to be jammed. Well, I guess I should say making it jam resistant. You know, if anybody who hits wrong will jam their thumb. Anybody who's ever jammed their thumb knows this and doesn't do it very often. Turn it over. As you see, we've already got it stopped at the base of the hand, which is where it should stop. This is called lacing the fingers. You take the tape, you run it under the knuckle pad, you pinch it together so it does not stick to this hand. What I do is I pull it up and I push it forward to make it meet in the middle, make a fist. Take it, run it down, looking straight down the bone canal here, run the tape down, run it off. Open. When you do it like this, it pulls the knuckle pad up to a bend position, which is right here, and it keeps it comfortable. Make a fist. If it gets too tight, you can still loosen it at this point. And the problem is if you don't do it properly, it'll cut into the fingers. If you do it, make a fist. If you do it too light, It doesn't help at all. Keep the fist right there. Now you see with the wrap, I left this a little open with his hand because he's the type of fighter who has a hand like mine where the meat just pops out the side. That's a point of strangulation. You got to be real careful. Once you've felt about a couple hundred hands, you realize what that feels like, and it makes it easier. Open. Fist. And here we drag it across. Got to keep it back 1 inch from the knuckles. Keep pulling it. That tape pressure is pulling the bones that much more this way. And it's armored. And the way it's taped in now, it'll be extremely hard for him to break anything. From here, I'll finish him off. Coming back this way so I can seal it across. Really tight, open. Bring it across here. Tuck it under the knuckle bar, loosening it up just a little bit. Turn it over. Make a fist. Stretch the tape across a little farther down. Across the metacarpals, open. Bring it across one more time. Flip it, make a fist. One last time up here, across the thumb. Open. Right here. Make a fist. Bringing it back again across, away from the thumb. Now what that does is every time he makes a fist now, all that tape will tighten up. And it makes his fist that much harder. When his hand is open, it's loose. When he makes a fist, it's much tighter. Now you see I took that extra gauze and folded it over. That's to create a sock effect right here. Keeps the tape and the gauze, keeps the tape off the skin and the gauze from flying out. Open. Is that too tight? Nope. We're good? Make a fist. Perfect wrap.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Welcome. Seal of approval.